Today we're talking about the job fair coming up right here in Peoria. And I have several guests with me today. Mark Sander, thanks for joining us, from Goodwill. Debbie Pearson from the City of Peoria, and Justin Jones from Maricopa Workforce Connections. Thanks for being here, everyone.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
So let's get started. Let's talk about this job fair that's on November 8th, and we really want to make sure that lots of people are showing up for it. Mark, you're from Goodwill, and people always think of Goodwill as a place to maybe donate their items or look for some household items, but you're here to talk about jobs.
Yep, and that's Goodwill's goal overall. Our mission statement is to put people to work, and we've been doing that for over 100 years. And we do that inside of our Goodwill stores, as well as matching job seekers with the employers that they're looking for. And this event here is going to give us an opportunity to match up what we hope to be about 2,500 job seekers with over 150 to 200 employers. It'd be a great opportunity.
That's fantastic. And when you talk about job seekers, you know, what should someone expect to experience when they come to the job fair?
Well, Scott, I can tell you it's going to be a well-organized event. There's going to be employers from all different industries offering all types of positions, full-time, part-time, seasonal, and we're also offering a few extras. We have a re-education, a retraining area. It's called the Educational Corner, where colleges and universities will be offering information about their schooling. We'll also have an entrepreneurial corner, which will be the organizations that offer free services if someone's interested in starting their own business as opposed to getting employed elsewhere. There will be free SBA will be there, Greater Phoenix SCORE, Small Business Development Center of Maricopa Community Colleges, and it'll be a wonderful event. Also, one more thing is there's going to be workshops. If somebody needs some tips on how to, interviewing skills, we've got the workshop for that, and we're going to run those all day long.
Excellent. Now, Justin, people often wonder, how do I get ready for a job fair? What should I expect? How do I dress? What should my resume look like? I mean, there's so many issues that job seekers have. Could you touch on some of those for us?
There are a lot of issues that, and some anxiety that comes up for people when especially if it's their first job fair. So one thing to expect, there's going to be a lot of people there, and there's going to be a lot of lines. So what you want to do is you want to really work on your networking skills, talking to the people in the line, because a lot of them are going to be job seekers. But last year, we even had employers that showed up who were talking to people while they were in the line. So you just don't know who it is that you're going to be meeting at a job fair. And it's a fantastic opportunity to network and get to know people. Other things to expect to dress your best. If you want to stand out amongst the crowd, then come dressed as if you were going to an interview. This is going to be outside, so you may want to slap on some sunscreen as well. But
That's a good point.
You do want to be prepared that way. You want to have a resume put together, and Goodwill and Maricopa Workforce Connection can help you with that. We have classes that you can come to before the job fair.
Okay.
So definitely get on the website and check out maricopaworkforceconnection.com. See when the workshops are, interviewing skills, resume writing, job search tips. All of those things are available before you ever go to the job fair. You do want to have a nice resume put together, and so we can help with that. Other things that you're going to want if you are going to the job fair, be prepared. Do some research on who are the companies that are actually going to be there. If you recognize that somebody that you are very interested in speaking to, you may go to their website and do some research. What positions do you know they already have available? You may pre-apply or apply online so that when you're talking to that recruiter or that representative from that company, you're already a step ahead, because they'll generally tell you, instead of taking your resume, why don't you go ahead and apply online? Well, you can turn around and say, you know what, I already did that. Can you give me a little bit more information about the time frames or what it is you're looking for? It just puts you a few steps ahead of perhaps other people in that line.
And when you talk about applying online, job seekers are often screened without ever getting to stand in front of that employer or that HR representative. So coming to the job fair is a perfect way to separate yourself from the other candidates they're looking at.
Well, and in addition to that, once they have applied online, that separation does take place, because rather than just having an email address or something that you're looking at, you're speaking face-to-face with a representative from that company. So you can make that actual connection in person rather than online. So many people complain these days about, where is the front door? There's no way to get in touch with these employers. This is a perfect opportunity for you to be in touch with those employers.
That's great advice, great advice. Now, the companies that are coming to this event, I know we're ahead of schedule. We've got more companies than we were expecting at this point, and there's still some room for more as well. Can you touch on some of those?
Sure, I'd like to take that. So far, we've got Cox, Macayos, Fry's Foods, Schwab, 5 Star Concrete, AFR Home Loans, Farmers Insurance, PetSmart, QCN, PepsiCo, Lowe's, U-Haul, Circle K, several recruiting firms that will have a whole listing of positions available.
Great.
We also have several state, city, and county agencies that will be offering opportunities also. Now, the reason I mention these and they're so different from one another is that's the point. If you're interested in banking or service work, there's going to be a large variety of what's being offered for the attendee.
Small, large companies as well. So even a small company that may only be looking for 1 or 2 employees, they definitely need to get involved in this job fair.
Oh, absolutely.
They are welcome.
And one thing I would recommend too is if you're taking the time to come down to this event, take the time to meet with each and every one of the employers that are there. Each employer, you may have an idea. For instance, let's say Goodwill. You're going to think, oh, Goodwill automatically retail store. Oh, I don't want to work in retail, so I'm not going to go to Goodwill. However, we have a corporate office that employs nearly 200 people. So we have a marketing department, we have a finance department, we have an IT department. We have all these great opportunities, and we also have management level in our retail stores, and then we entry level. So if you really are looking for an entry level position, you could come in, we can help you with that. But if you're a professional and you're looking to continue your career, we have opportunities for that as well. So don't look at a company and say, this is all that they have to offer. When you see a company the size of Goodwill, we employ over 2,000 people. We have 51 stores throughout the valley and a corporate office. So we have opportunities across the board for all different levels of employment.
That's an excellent point.
I can't stress that enough. I hear that from employers all the time. They think we're pigeonholed into, you mentioned Circle K. I would take that list if I were you, and I would start looking up those companies online now and see what kind of positions they have. Because training opportunities, admin positions, all of these companies do have those functions, but people are not used to thinking that way because they're used to the advertising that they might see. So really think beyond or outside the box when you're looking at these employers. I know that there will be specific employers there who have told my participants in my classes, I have all sorts of positions, but unless you ask me about them, you may not see them on the paper out there on the table.
All great points.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for being here today. I'm really excited about the upcoming job fair.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be a fun one.
And we really want to be sure we encourage employers and job seekers to take the time to come out and participate. Thanks so much for being here today. Mark from Goodwill, Debbie from the City of Peoria, and Justin from Maricopa Workforce Connections. We are so excited about the upcoming job fair.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting us.
Pleasure.